Matt, they've gone for mega random. Okay, this could be interesting. Jesse gets the Egyptians, so I think Jesse might actually be cheating. JK, JK. Where's my capture age? Wait, did I close capture age? I think I must have closed it by accident. Get me in. Okay. Okay, what on earth is this map? Kill Scythe, KT knows. Yeah. Restricted to kill Egyptian. Okay, so what this map is ridiculous before we say anything else. So each of the players is on their own little raised platform. Any Babylonians? Do we have any Babylonians? We do, and Restricted is. There are some wheelings and dealings here, but yeah, like I said, they're all sort of raised platforms. Some of them, their platforms linked to the edge of the map, which I think... Man, this map is crazy. I think that might be more advantageous, because that gives you a little bit more open ground to like build back into. In fact, Diante here actually has a couple of nice gold piles behind his base. In fact, so does... In fact, is that just where the gold is? Okay, so this looks like, to me, that this spawn, yeah, massively favours these 4 players here. Because the other players don't have any immediate access to any, like, stone or gold that's outside of their immediate base. You have a little croc in the middle, and then we've got, like, the bog marshlands. I believe you can build on this terrain and both land and water units can move on it, if my memory serves me correctly. So it is actually possible that some people build docks later on. There isn't any fish, that said, so I don't think any docks will be built early on, because obviously no fish to fry. But later on, a few triremes, maybe we may see some juggernauts. Who knows? But those could get in the mix, especially like these channels mean you're going to be able to range a good amount of the terrain. 100 deer, whereas so unrestricted. In fact, let's go through the civs. So we have Cold Chins, which is KT on the Yamato, which we didn't see last game. Egyptians for Jesse. Diante on the Greeks. We have Hot Chins for real on the Persians. And Popeye on the Carthaginians. Unrestricted on Babylonians again, so he actually got Babylonians 2 times in a row. Takeaway Bongo joins us for this game, and he's on the Chosen. And last but not least, we have Anakin of Catan joining us on the Assyrians. So who are we missing? I guess, was it Tonko, was it? I can't remember his name now, that we had from the last game. And who else dipped out? I was trying to think who else we're missing, because we've got Anakin and Takeaway Bongo as extras. Oh, is Bone missing? Yeah, we don't have Bone anymore, but thank you for Bone for playing. I don't know if you're in the audience, but I'll say it anyway. Jesse doing a little bit of exploration there. Bongo already on... Ooh, Jesse on 26 villages here. He's actually got quite a nice... Do we have an idle time metric here? I feel like we do. There we go, idle TC. So Diante only 10 seconds. And unrestricted 0 seconds on idle time, 25. How are you on 26, Pop, and unrestricted on 25? I guess unrestricted clicked earlier to go up to tool age would be the answer to that question. Rip gold sieves, Jesse says as he scouts the map. As I've said though, there is the extra golds, but there's not a huge amount of gold. So yeah, Jesse might be right that this spawn really doesn't favour him. Anakin going in with a single clubber against KT here. It's only the one though, and I mean, is Anakin going for the... I'll go back to the resources. He's not going for the storage pit tech, so this feels like he more just built this clubber and then right-clicked and he's just found him. I don't think this was actually... Oh no, I've lied to you. He's literally forwarded a barracks. In fact, yeah, there isn't really much in the way... I guess, yeah, there's the resources in the middle. So players are going to be forced to go for this wood at some point, you've got to imagine. Jesse may be going for the ruins victory here. I assume that they have a restricted dubbing in Popeye for going for the Axa rush for the Carthaginians. Maybe Popeye thinks that's the only chance he has. Obviously, Carth, one of the civs that doesn't get chariots later on, so maybe he's just trying to get some damage done early. And yeah, you can see dock down from restricted here, but we're just getting from some scout ships in here though. Unfortunately, I don't know if he's seen that this isn't connect. Maybe he just assumes that this is connected, but we obviously got vision. I mean, it's just mega random, Billy. It is what it is. But the scout ship might get a few kills here on the wood line. Yeah, I guess these pockets in the corner of woods, I guess, will be probably fought over quite a bit. So it's actually interesting because there's a pair of civs around each corner, and let's have a look. Double archery range. I thought it was triple archery range for a second there. Defensive towers in for chins. Anakin's still trying to be a bit frisky with the Axa play. KT just needs to be, gets those safe, and he's got the bows in as well. So Anakin just going for the walls, trying to just wall himself up on his little plateau he has here. And tower. So players have gone for the centre now. Dante going for an early scout. Don't know if this was just meant for less exploration other than actual aggression. And a scout ship for Dante. And he has built a fishing ship, or fishing boat I should say, but there is indeed no fish on this map. But like I said, I feel like the water will become relevant later on, just for the military units. Because obviously the ships have a lot more health than the land units. Not quite in range for the scout ship on the line there. None of the players are Hittites, which would have been quite nice to have the extra range advantage. Is that just the scout from Deante? Yes, it is. And we're getting the armor archer in for Jesse here. As Jesse builds another storage pit a little bit more out of the way. I mean, I think the towers are going to be pretty nice early up. Just warding off any early aggression. And Bongo going for the very long walls, so taking it he's found his extra gold. So he's the first to spot his extra resource. In fact, Popeye is going to see his as well. Some nice exploration for him, so he actually knows where all his extra resources are. Like I said, I feel like the other players that have the land attached to the outside are a little bit advantaged by the fact they have these extra close stones and golds. So this map feels a little bit unbalanced for the players that are just stuck on their own little land here. It looks like KT's just going to clear up this barracks. He doesn't want any of those shenanigans. Anakin sends these axes over to Jesse. Has he actually built any bowmen? He does have a couple, which is... in fact, he's got another pump now. Now he's got 5. That's going to be more than enough. He's gone 6 archery ranges. Oh, he's actually already in the Bronze Age. I hadn't even noticed that yet. So just getting the wheel in. So it's actually, Jesse and Bongo both up to the Bronze. Egyptians going to be much stronger to try and push some stuff with the Chariot Archer though. Alright, Nightmare, how you doing? We've just got some free-for-all games going tonight. Last game went about an hour and 40 minutes long, maybe even longer than that. and Jesse managed to win it. And Jesse's looking at actually in a pretty good spot for this game here. Unrestricted is #1 on points at the moment. Is he going up to... No, he's still making villagers, so I guess he's just sort of claiming using his towers, the Babylonian towers, to grab as much of the centre as he can. Bongo's bows are going to be backed off. I mean, the last game was pretty hectic, but that's just free-for-alls. They're all pretty hectic. Another storage pit from Jesse. Jesse might want to... Has he found... Has he explored that? He's not explored, so he doesn't know that there's a big mass of trees here. So maybe he should try and take control of this. And a couple of... Yeah, so Unrestricted probably figures out now. Yeah, must have figured out a little while ago, actually, that that isn't connected. Chin's going with a tower push. As the Persians. It's going to be a little bit awkward from Diante. Diante is in the Bronze Age, as most of the players are now. It's only Unrestricted, Anakin and Popeye that are not. And it's a very nice wall structure for takeaway there. Giving himself, like I said, access to all these extra resources. It's going to be pretty nice for him. Yeah, it's going to be pretty annoying for Diante to deal with here. Towers pushing Popeye's wood line away. Don't know if any villagers got killed there. I wasn't paying attention to that part of the map. Extra TCs are going up for KT though. Decent number of chariot archers for Jesse though. Means that he could, if he wanted to, try and push out, but maybe he just thinks try to play defensive for the time being. But he definitely has the biggest military advantage at the moment. Greek hoplites are coming in though. So these towers probably going to get dealt with, even though the Sentry Tower upgrade has been added in. Actually, they're doing some decent damage, but Bronze Shield not in yet. Oh no, Bronze Shield is actually in. Just these Sentry Towers doing 6 damage, enough to take out the initial hoplites. Extra TCs going down for Hotchins, as Popeye is kind of forced back up to the high ground. Slightly unusual. Oh, I guess he went for the close walls, and now he's... Okay, so he went for the close walls, and now he's going for the bit more greedier walls at second. That's fine. And it's kind of sort of turning into mini citadels for a lot of players of the walls, but Jesse's still pretty open. Chariots do come in now. Pick off quite a few villagers for from KT here. Unrestricted, top on points though. And I don't think he's got it. Okay, he's going for the cavalry now. And he's the main player. I guess him and Chin's pushing out into the middle. Like I said, it will be interesting if someone does try to dock and get some ships involved. It's a little bit awkward, just the number of trees in the centre at the moment. I'll go to the Chariot Archer view though, because that feels like the main point of contention. Actually, let's have a look-see here. Forward TC from Chins. A little bit BM by Chins. Well, Diante's already tapped out. Okay, I didn't even see that there. So Diante is our first to resign a lot quicker than in the last game. Why everyone get wrecking yellow? I think Popeye's doing alright for the time being. It's just like his thing out. You can chill out, Billy, or I'll kick you off. Up to you. We're just here to have some fun games. There's no need to be a dick about it. I know it's in your nature, but you can chill out for one evening for me, can't you? It's okay, I'm just going to ban you. Oh dear. Alright, well, you've had your last warning, Billy, is all I'm going to say. If you don't want to enjoy the games I don't like, just don't come to the stream. It's just like as simple as that. But anyway, let's have a look where we're going. So yeah, Diante, like I said, the first to tap out. Gets pushed off by Chins. So that might mean Chins gets access to those extra resources that I've been bigging up this whole time. Popeye is still stuck in the tool age. In fact, Chins is going for some towers on Popeye now. So Popeye next up. In fact, big push from Unrestricted as well, as the cavalry and camel numbers increase. And yeah, Jesse, what's happened to those chariots? Chariot archers are just chilling. I think Jesse's maybe being a little bit too nice. Doesn't want to knock people out of the game too early. I think he definitely could have done a lot of damage to KT, especially here. Like KT, how is he doing actually? Let's have a look. He's on 67 vills, so not too bad. Does have quite a few TCs set up now. In fact, Anakin has made a little base in the corner here. We'll see how that works out for him. Chariot's actually moving forward. Try and get some damage on Chins, look like. And TC going up the back. Looks like Popeye is going to be in a lot of trouble now. He's only on 16 village. And yeah, these towers from Chins just causing havoc to both of his neighbours. So it looks like Chin's really pushing out, making himself known. Yeah, Bongo. Oh, Bongo's actually gone for the water. A little bit squeezed in there. Hopefully those aren't stuck. And yeah, Popeye ducks out early as well. It's being double attacked, unfortunately, from both Unrestricted and Chins. Chins is spreading out everywhere. Good damage being done by Jesse now, though. He's decided that the ante is being upped with players falling down left and right. So maybe we do see a bit of a faster game than the last time. Obviously, Nomad takes a little bit longer just to get the game actually started, with players having to build their first TC, obviously. Slows the game down quite a lot. And we do have the ships moving out from Unrestricted. So maybe we do see a sea battle. I don't know if we have the wood upgrades in. +2 range and +2 range, so we do. I'm just trying to keep track of it. Okay, here we go. So KT, I don't know what this U-Shore is in response to. Maybe he's being attacked by someone. But yeah, players definitely going for the water now. Towers are going to complicate this a bit, because like I said, you can build on this terrain, as obviously you can see, as everyone else already has. But it will be interesting to see if later on we do, like I say, see the catapult triremes and the juggernauts come out, a very rarely seen unit. It might just be that the triremes themselves just reign supreme as they normally do. Chariot archers coming in on Chins again. In fact, Chins is up to 120. A little pause in the game. Hopefully I've not DC'd again. Because this last time it paused was because my game cut out. So hopefully you're still with me, boys and girls. We'll take a quick sip.
Long time, no siege.
Alright, looks like KT was just having a bit of an issue there. But Chins looks like he's in a little spot of danger here. Unrestricted on the highest population. Oh yeah, he's actually reasonably in the lead. Actually, Bongo's already up to Iron Age. And Trireme upgrade would be pretty big here. It looks like it is coming in from this dock here, and indeed it is. And I'm not sure I've chosen get the catapult trireme, but it might be worth it to just start clearing out these towers. Bongo 10,000 see an army. Back off. Is if you've got trireme, you just always have catapult trireme? I can't remember. But anyways, Jesse's still sort of doing some damage with his chariots, and maybe needs to think about I mean, I guess he is on the water, but maybe try to push out a bit more. At the moment, it feels like Unrestricted and Bongo have had a little bit of a truce. I guess they'd had a little bit of a battle with it on the sea actually there. Actually, I say that, the Legions, well not Legions, Longswords at the moment. Already in for Bongo. And Bongo takes the score lead. And cavalry numbers not high enough for Unrestricted to really fend this off. KT is up to Iron Age as well now. And see if he can start pushing out, maybe maybe starts trying to go into the heavy horse archer as the Yamato. Trireme already in for Bongo though. It's going to be pretty big. It's one of the things about towers in AOE2. Towers actually do bonus damage to ships, so it's actually very hard to push against towers. But in Return of Rome and AOE1, ships tend to rule the roost in any water map. Like I said, there is quite a few channels and stuff that players can get around to try and get damaging on the eco. And like I said, it looks like Bongo is currently running away with this a bit. Jesse up to Iron Age himself though, and currently just trying to scramble a bit of a defense. Let's have a look what's going on elsewhere. It's actually Jesse that grabs these extra resources, because, like I said, Dianti going out fairly early on. Forfeit those. Chin's still taking advantage of the resources here. Bongo just like chilling. Absolutely fine. Unrestricted just grabbing a bit more of the wood at the edge of the map. KT and Anakin having... In fact, Anakin's done a pretty good job of grabbing these gold and stone pile there. Try and clear those up. Have a little bit of an engage hit. It's just villagers though. Pushing forward from Chins. Has he got the... Yes, he does have the... is it Zealotry? I can't remember whatever the villager upgrade is. So that should be pretty tough. So these villagers going all in. Obviously, the big downside to that tech is the villagers become much less efficient at gathering resources. So pretty all-in play by Chins here. And I don't think this is going to work out for him with the number of chariot archers that Jesse already has. Trireme is actually in for Jesse as well now. So he has managed to push back a bit on the water, at least hold for the time being. A few chariots going around for Anakin. As the Assyrians, those are going to be quite nice. But it looks like Bongo has basically deleted Anakin's initial base here, right? Didn't see the guys sneak in, and yeah, Bongo's going to try and grab that gold. Still quite a lot of it there. All 1,500 of it still there. Towers probably going to maybe pick up a couple of vills here. Maybe he wants to try and clear that up. And yeah, well, like I said, catapult triremes would be quite nice, I think. So we'll see if just to like deal with all the towers. So I will hopefully see a few of those come out, but none for the time being that I can see. Bongo still sort of giving Unrestricted some trouble. Bongo's on 124 legionaries already though. And are they fully upgraded? And yes, I believe those are all the chosen upgrades because they don't get the Pierce armor upgrades. I can't remember if they get the last melee armor upgrade or not. So yeah, Bongo definitely in the driving seat here. If Jesse can get a good mass of maybe Scythe Chariot going, he's actually gone into the Elephant Archer, but possibly if he can mass up a good number of Scythe Chariots, that might deal reasonably well with the Legionaries. The area of effect damage normally works quite well against those units when they pile up. And yeah, looks like Bongo has just taken full ownership here. A little bit squashed in with the gold miners. Let's have a look how much gold anyone has left actually. So yeah, gold 2.5k. Chin still has a decent amount of gold, and Anakin actually has quite a lot of gold. Like I said, he's below. I was going to say had control of that gold there, but it looks like KT is trying to get something done here. The heavy cavalry. Going to take claim over that back. Anakin down to 24 Vils. Pretty close to being out of the game at this point. Short sword, and the only player left in bronze. And Chin's still going with the villager aggression. But yeah, like I said, the villagers become much less efficient once you get that tech in. So I kind of feel like Chins has knocked himself out of the game at this point, but maybe he proves me wrong. He still has 150 villagers, so we'll see. And let's have a look. So we've got the elephant archers at the front. I'm a little bit surprised that people are not going for the water as much. What's happened to Unrestricted? Actually, Side Chariot's coming in from Unrestricted. He's working his way through the gate. I think there is fully walled behind this. Don't think there's a gap. Yeah, there is a wall there. Towers going up as well. Guard towers. And Chosen don't get alchemy, so they don't get the extra. Can't get the extra +1. But they do have the +2 range on their towers, which will be quite nice. But Babylonians do have the +1 pierce armor, which will negate a reasonable proportion of that damage there. Let's see what's going on up here. A little bit of villager combat. And Anakin's, I think this is the last of his villagers actually here. 18 of them at least, of the 19. So one snuck off somewhere else, maybe just chilling off down here somewhere. But it feels kind of like it's only a matter of time until Anakin is out of the game. And KT, perhaps not so longed for the world either. Catapult Trireme, there we go, coming in from Jesse, thank you. Fire Galley's coming in from Unrestricted actually. Could cause an issue for those catapults. Potentially. But yeah, Jesse going to try and push these, push out from here, I would assume. Still just a few heavy cavalry left over for KT. Towers, actually from Anakin, going to deny this TC really from doing much. And a few villagers kind of just chilling from Chins. Chins are still just pumping villagers. I guess, yeah. I guess he doesn't need much eco if he's just there. This is all he's doing, but like, but yeah, you can just see they can only pick up 2 gold at a time, and then they have to run back and forth. So they're just really, really inefficient after you get that. But anyway, back to the action. 24 triremes, 195. That's just the power of logistics, having that population needed for these units. You can see 204, 205 pop, but actually has nearly 300 units. And all the side chariots getting plunked. The Restrictor does have all the upgrades in, but just not enough side chariots to deal with this number of chosen legionaries. I don't know if anyone's really going to be able to deal with this at this point. He just had enough gold. Like I said, he was one of the players with that extra gold, and then claimed some of the golds from other players, and that's given him more than enough to get the count going. Chins is sat on 4k gold, but he's gone troll mode with the zealotry upgrade, which is, it was kind of weird because he wasn't a really strong position. Look at all these towers. Look at all. He's got 22 guard towers in defense. It's Jesse. Maybe some walls would have been nice, but it is what it is. And looks like we've got a bit of an engage here. Don't have the ballista tower upgraded from Unrestricted just yet. The ballista tower is quite a bit weaker in RTR though, so it's not as big of an upgrade as it used to be. It got nerfed quite a bit, and the guard tower is actually stronger than it used to be. So not as crucial of an upgrade. Especially because the chosen pierce armor is actually pretty low, so it's not as big, huge, but would obviously still be better than not having it. But I think I don't know, it says it's got its 70 chariots here. They're all pumping from the back. A few legionaries in the back here as well. How are these triremes doing? Sort of slowly pushing forward. And it looks like... I don't know, Chins... What's going on here? Okay, villagers are just attacking this TC of Jesse's. And the catapults slowly moving into position. Big push from Anakin here with the broadswords. A little bit more of an unorthodox play as the Syrian. Anakin's still in the Bronze Age, actually, I've just noticed. He just doesn't have any... No, he's got loads of gold. He could just buy his way to Iron Age at this point, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure those players will be selling food at this point. And let's have a look. Unrestricted. Still on 220, 240 pop. So not in a bad position. I heard a conversion there. Jesse with the priests. For the Egyptians, obviously they're very powerful. They're the best in the game. And these these villagers just being a nuisance from Chins. Like I said, I feel like Chins can just never win in the long run now, just because I'm going for that tech. But I respect it. I respect the idea. More 3 TCs, 3 TCs going down. Just keep those villagers pumping. All in on the villagers. Let's have a look what's going on here. Just a few triremes, but the towers are going to be able to pretty quickly mop those up. Yep. So, what happened? Oh, Bongo's numbers all the way down to 44 now. Like I said, he's not got much gold left. So at this point, maybe the chariot civs start coming into their own. KT still manages to get some damage done here. Where is KT's base? He's just chilling at the back here. And like I said, it's Chins that has all the gold, but not currently really using it for anything. He's just, yeah, just trolling a little bit. I mean, he could probably... could he? I mean, he could tech into Cataphract and try and switch it, but he wouldn't really have the eco to keep that going, is the problem. Like, how much does a farmer get? 2. Yeah, it's just 2 again, just for a farmer. I thought it was like 3 or 4. I didn't realise it was only 2. Excuse me, sorry, I just had to sneeze there. An elephant archer's coming forward from Jesse. Probably get a good amount of damage in here. And Priest trying to convert. Lack of micro a little bit from Jesse. It sent all the priests. Oh no, okay, that was some good conversions. So he actually did do some good priest micro in the end. And in fact, Bongo's got Zealotry in now as well. So hopefully Bongo hasn't shot him himself in the foot by doing that. And maybe Jesse, Unrestricted, come back in this game. Like I said, Unrestricted still in a pretty good position. He has the highest population, 70 chariot archers. I mean 5 chariots, sorry. I don't know how well those will do into the elephant archers though. The extra pierce armor from the Babylonians will help, of course. See if Jesse adds in just some regular elephants. Doesn't look like he's actually making anything at the moment. So he's not going to have gold to make more elephants, really, is he? So I think it's just going to have to be scythe on scythe action pretty soon. Still a good number of triremes for Bongo, but elephants have the HP to truck a few hits. They do have really good pierce. Oh no, that's their melee armor. I was like, wow, I have 6 pierce armor. I was like, no wait, I've read that wrong. And catapult triremes chilling at the back here. Don't know if they've really done much, these catapult triremes, in the end. I guess in the end, just regular triremes a lot of the time are good enough to deal with. I was saying that capital triremes getting rid of the towers here, so that's quite nice. Jesse pushing forward. I know he must have converted those towers. So yeah, Jesse getting a good push here on Bongo. Like I said, I don't know if Bongo's just like killed himself by getting Zealotry because he's got like no military left. Maybe Bongo just wanted to handicap himself. So I'm not, don't know about that one. Chin's with a good number of triremes now. Who have we even got left? So yeah, Popeye, that's Anakin tapped out at some point. I didn't exactly see when he was killed off. I think KT saw to the end of him with his cavalry, heavy cavalry. Has he actually got cataphracts now? Yeah, he does have cataphracts now. Well, he's only got 17. Most of these are just scouts. Don't know what this is about. You just set these to patrol. I guess there's a monk, a priest in the group, which is why they're moving so slowly. And Unrestricted gets in through the walls here. Didn't exactly see what happened there. But maybe this is the death of Chins now. I mean, Chins does have a good number of triremes, and he's actually going into an armoured elephant now, trying to spend his gold. But I think, unfortunately, may have left that a little bit too late. Anakin was still sat on 1k gold himself, just never got to the Iron Age. Yeah, I think Unrestricted is looking in a pretty good position. Bongo's still ahead on score, but I think that score is being a little bit misleading. I think that'd just be to do with the KD. Let's have a look at the kills, in fact. And yeah, Bongo... Oh, actually, Unrestricted's caught up quite a bit. Bongo's got a lot of losses. Well, all those legionaries going down. And Jesse getting good control of the water now. 46 triremes. That's actually going to be very difficult to deal with. Jesse is still open. Well, he has. I say open. He's got 1,000,000 towers defending, but doesn't have any actual walls. Unrestricted, sending his scythe chariots into the grinder. Where are all the, some of the triremes that Doc needs deleting, and so does this one. As Jesse's trapped a lot of his triremes there, unfortunately. Hopefully he notices sometime soon. And Hutchins trying to be a little bit cheeky on the side here. I think Elephant Archers and Chariot Archers will clear this up though. And again, weirdly, the +1 pierce armor on the Babylonian chariots is going to help him a bit against the triremes. Well, I would have thought it's not a usual matchup, you see, the trireme against the scythe chariot, but you'd have thought the trireme has the advantage here. And finally, Jesse does delete those docks there. That's good to see. Got 100 scythe chariots for Unrestricted here. How's he doing for wood, actually? He might be running out a little bit now. He's used all the wood here. Still got the wood in the centre, but it might come down to just control the water here. The tower's obviously doing a lot of work here for Jesse as well. And what's going on at the back here? Just one singular scout, being a bit of a nuisance. A lot of scythe chariots getting eliminated in the centre, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jesse starts jumping up the scoreboard a little bit soon. Jesse 1,000 ships, Unrestricted with his patented exaggeration. Oh, saying that, Chins, good number of ships himself, 54, and Jesse's Woodville's. Oh, Jesse, look after your dudes. But yeah, I think we're actually running out of wood a little bit. So we've got this pocket of wood here, which Chins is on. And the rest of it's mostly just this centre. And Chins, seems to be the main benefactor of all that. But let's see, how many ships is... Jesse lost all of his triremes. And Chins is taking over now then. So I said maybe Jesse jumps up the scoreboard, but maybe I spoke too soon. Bongo's actually managed to get the Legionary production back going. I don't know if he managed to find some more gold. Oh, actually saying that, KT's actually in. I don't know if he just left the gate open. Because I don't see a hole in the wall. This feels like the gate was just left open. Scouts and cataphracts are in. And down to 48 villagers is Bongo. And I mean, I don't really know who takes this still at this point. It feels like Chin's, just like I said, because he feels like he has the control over the wood for the most part. I mean, Unrestricted still has decent access to wood himself. But yeah, like the wood's run out here for Jesse. I don't know how many villas has he got on wood. It says 17 somewhere. You happy now, Katie? Try and converted by Jesse, but yeah, I'm just trying to find where Jesse's wood is. Just trying to get control back with the chariot archers, but those aren't really going to do much against the triremes here. So like I said, the water proving to be the main point of contest in the late game, like I was saying it might be. But yeah, just wood on the outskirts of the map, basically non-existent anymore. Just like I said, Chin's with his own pocket of wood left. There's still some wood here, but not loads. And yeah, KT just being a nuisance to Bongo. I'm surprised Bongo is still winning on the score. Not like the score doesn't obviously mean much at this point, just because it's kind of messed up by all the kills everywhere. But I'm surprised Unrestricted or someone hasn't overtaken him yet. Good massive units from Unrestricted here on the side chariot. Just trying to take down the docks here. Bongo's on. Okay, all those. There's like a million triremes just stacked in top in there. And is it worth trying to like scrounge for some gold for catapults to try and kill the triremes? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of. I don't know. Don't know how to call this. This is not a matchup I'm used to. I feel like the triremes should be able to kite this out. But there's a lot of chariots here. And yeah, this chariot just managed to get a choke, but then the area damage of the scythes really cuts through him. So actually it's the scythe chariots that are going to win out. So yeah, just not quite enough triremes there. And Unrestricted still pumping. Hot Chins still sort of penning Jesse in. Jesse just trying to get the chariots going. Like I said, I think Jesse's basically just got like no real access to wood. Just trying to see. I don't see much blue on the map. So I think yeah, it's just these. Yeah, Jesse's just kind of just run out of wood. Losing all his triremes is now, I think, maybe put him out of contention. And again, Hot Chins. I mean, we need more docks, brother. We've got 63 triremes in queue from 4 docks. Wait, what? Maybe that's a bug? What is Chins doing? Anyway, you got some armoured elephants as well. They're just kind of chilling out at the moment. He dead. So yeah, so Chins, KT, Cold Chins, which is KT, I think might just be out of the game now. So I expect he'll resign pretty quick. 69 legionaries for takeaway bongos. Stop raiding me, Chins. Somebody's got to win Unrestricted. Yeah, I feel like Chins probably could have done a lot more this game if he just maybe went like Cataphract or something instead of Zealotry. But I mean, he's still in it. He's still got the 42 triremes. Oh, it's not queuing because it's max pop. Okay, that's why it's not showing all the dots. Okay, I figured it out, boys and girls. I mean, he could still win. Like I said, he's got control of the words, the remaining word. So I think that puts him in a really good spot. Like you can see, yeah, he's on 3k wood, and he's still sat on. What is he doing, man? What a gamer, what an absolute player. But yeah, again, Bongo doing basically the same thing, just muted his eco by going for Zealotry. He's only actually on 39 mil still. And Rez now takes the score lead. He's on about 100 side chariots. Excuse me. I feel like Chins probably just needs to delete some vills. Just get some more triremes out to try and deal with the... Excuse me. Whoa, that came from nowhere. Deal with the side chariots here. So yeah, he's on 183 vills, and he's sat... I mean, it's a little... Is he just still making vills? Oh, I guess he's making armoured elephants. Maybe that's what's eating up his food. I think he could stand to lose a few vills here, so I think actually unrestricted killing a few vills here will actually help Chins a little bit. But he needs to get his triremes engaged here. And I mean, Katie's still playing for reasons beyond my comprehension. I guess he just... I think the game's just for fun, so it doesn't really matter if he wants to keep playing, but I doubt he'll ever come back in the game at this point, especially as the Yamato, who don't get chariots, obviously. And the armoured elephants make their grand appearance. They haven't really done much as of yet. But yeah, I pull out a restricted forming the truce. Well, he's still attacking the towers here. But yeah, I think we're nearly out of wood on the map. Let me just... Okay, there's still 10k wood, so maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. There's a little pocket of wood here. If Unrestrict finds that, is actually going to... Ooh, doesn't quite see that there. That's unfortunate. I mean, these stragglers are worth their weight in gold here. Should be getting those in. A little bit of wood still left here. And most of the wood's just in this pocket here that Chins has control of. Yeah, you can see here. Oops. About, yeah, 3k of the wood's just in that little pocket there. So, I mean, Jesse doesn't feel like he's been doing too much for a while. He's down to 10 villagers. Apparently he's not resigned. Don't know where his villagers actually are. Am I blind? 10. It says he's got 10. Are they just in the TC? Nope. Oh, they're over here. Does Jesse have Zealotry now? He does. I mean, at this point, there's like barely any resources left on the map, so you might as well. Is that all of Jesse's economy? 8. No, he's got 2 more somewhere. And I mean, Katie's still making himself heard. I can't believe Chins has like gotten away with this. Oh, okay. Side chariots are catching out the wood here. Oh, Unrestricted does finally find the wood there, so that's going to be nice for him there. That's like was probably about 1500 wood before he started chopping it all down. And yeah, I think Chins is a little bit he's like, Unrestricted keeps calling a truce, but Unrestricted's chariots are just still doing damage everywhere, so Chin's not too happy with that. But Chin's 41 triremes, still got 97 scythes. How many are in here? 55 of them of which are hit. And where are the other ones? I think they're just kind of just scattered around. Yeah, Unrestricted. How much wood? Yeah, he doesn't really have any wood left. He's got 10k food. But like, once he's used up all that wood there, a bit of bother again. See how much damage the elephants can do. I don't know why they keep trying to call a truce, because like, someone's got to win eventually, right? And we've been playing for an hour and 20 minutes at this point of in-game time. And Chins needs to focus the chariots, not the towers here, I feel. Elephant's doing good damage though. 28 kills between them already. I think these just need to stand ground so that the elephants can actually get in. I think Chins is making a mistake by pulling these back. Looks like he is slowly winning this battle though. I like how this selection makes absolutely no sense because I've selected 3 different teams worth of units. I'm not exactly sure why Jesse hasn't tapped out. He's gone around claiming some farms. Nice cataphract. How many cataphracts? He's got 7 cataphracts left. And Unrestricted. Yeah, I think he might just be out of wood. Yeah. I wonder what the wood price... can I see it actually? Sometimes one of these pages shows the exchange rates of the market. I think I do not have access to that. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about Takeaway. Bongo. He still got 90 legionaries. I guess he's just been trying to... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is collusion. Got the trade route built between KT and Bongo. Trying to team together to work their way back into the game. Nice zealotry. I mean, I feel like most of the players have zealotry at this point. Maybe Unrestricted doesn't actually. Oh no, he does. So like everyone has it pretty much at this point. Like I said, they may as well now because there's basically no resources left to gather. And I think the problem with the triremes, I mean, he's got 34 armoured elephants. Don't think anything stops that at this point. I was going to say that these triremes can't get all the way to like the edge. They can get most places because of a lot of these little channels. But I think the armoured elephants... So actually, I think Chins, somehow, by trolling everyone, going zealotry really early into the game, I guess he just grabbed... I mean, Jesse mostly grabbed those extra resources there, but Chin's got the extra resources here that Popeye sort of gave up pretty early in the game after he tapped out by getting double attacked by Unrestricted and Chin's. And yeah, these triremes going to pick off quite a few villagers here, I would have thought. Or maybe not, as they don't seem to be focusing. There we go. And AXA. Again, I think the scouts are probably the slightly better option, just because of the speed. But it is what it is. Armoured elephants slowly doing their thing. Oh, that might be why Chins was typing the chat, because he's found the trade route. Protect Bongo. I feel like this is like so... I mean, I guess it's just a for fun free-for-all game, but it's a little bit cheeky. Just like they try to do the trade with each other. get a little bit extra gold. I mean, that has given Bongo enough gold to get a good stack of Legionaries left again. And Jesse's basically already out of the game though, so 5 villagers here for Jesse, kind of just dying to the tower. Okay, who wins? The sentry towers or the Egyptian villagers? I think. I mean, where are the rest of? Where are? Okay, here we go. That's the other fort. Chopping down that last tree. All the wood over here is gone though. Is there any wood left in the middle? Is there any wood anywhere? I'm trying to find. Oh, there's some trees here actually. Bongo's got some hidden trees. There is actually still 3K's worth of trees, says the game. Just trying to sort of see where that really is. I think most of that is just here. Yeah, 2.4K of it is just in that little bit there. So I don't know why Bongo's not gathering this wood. I guess he does have 1700 in bank. I guess you don't really need wood for legionaries, so maybe that's why he's not that bothered. And is this going to be the end of Chins though? He's got 47 armoured elephants, but I think they're just kind of scattered around everywhere. Oh no, here we go. And 1.5 hours game time. I'm still not really sure. These armoured elephants should pretty easily take care of these legionaries. Just checking. Yeah, okay, does have all the techs in. Do the attack upgrades not apply to the elephants, or has he just not got those in? I thought it did, so I feel like he's just not got those in. Maybe I'm wrong. And all those legionaries, well, not all of them, but a lot of them got flattened underneath the elephants. Our trade gone. Yep. Rip the markets. The secret collusion between Bongo and KT is found out. The Restrictor's not done anything for a while. Let's have a look. The Axes. Trying to fight the Legionaries here. See how this goes. Chins is sat at like 4k wood still. He's like the only person with any resources really. Despite the fact he's been on Zealotry Vills for like the past in-game hour. And the Axes have done it, boys and girls. Axes officially better than Legionaries. Where's Jesse? We've not looked in on Jesse. Still 7 villagers. Where is he at? Oh. No, not here. Okay, there's 1 there, 2 here, 1 there. That's 4 of them. Oh. Elephant's getting in there. He's not going to just like put villagers in the corner. There's 1 here.
Yes.
Jesse's woodcutter is under attack. And Bongo finally takes the last of the wood in his base there. Let me try and double track that again. So yeah, only 800 wood left on the map now. So, I like how Rez just has these fire galleys in here. This doesn't go anywhere. So, I mean, game's slowed down quite a bit just because we've literally picked the map clean of resources at this point. We've got 86 axes from unrestricted. I guess they get logistics for the axes. That's maybe why he just keeps going for those over the scouts. Though saying that, it's like nowhere near PopCap. Saying at this point, he's got to be running out of wood for farms. So they're going to be running out of food soon as well. What's the role of Grey? KT has just been, I don't know. I don't know what KT's been doing most of this game. I mean, him and Anakin kind of just like killed each other pretty early on, and I think Katie's only still in the game because Bongo allowed him to live. But yeah, we have 90 axes, the 39. I mean, he technically has still 2 cataphracts, but they're getting chased off by unrestricted villagers here. And yeah, 58 armored elephants and still for Chin. I can't see how Chin's ever loses this now. Chin's still with a good amount of wood and food left, unrestricted. KT still has a decent amount of food left, but unrestricted is running out of resources. Like I said, it doesn't really have the food, the wood to reseed the farms anymore. And will that show him out of food? I mean, he still has 4K's worth of food in the farms, so he's okay for the time being. I mean, it could be worth actually just stealing other players' farms at this point. I think this would actually be worth building a granary on. Don't kill the farms. No. That's like 4,000 food just gone. Rip farms. Never has a farm been so valuable. Yeah, you could just be hijacking people's farms at this point. It's probably the way to go. There's a few here. There's only 840 on those farms though. There's another 2K here though. Just grab some farms, mate. I mean, Chin's is still at 250 pop, and he's got the Juggernaut, so we do finally see the Juggernaut with the double sails.
Long time, no siege.
If this map more god, you will die. I mean, Bongo has been trading for a very long time, and I feel like Chin's has to win this game at this point. Like, I just feel like there's nothing that kills. I mean, he's still got another 29 armoured elephants in queue after his 58. I don't know where the elephants are. Some of them are chilling over here. Just got a villager wars. Jesse's just been... Why... Jesse's just been at like 7 vills for like the past half hour. And Bongo's legionaries now taking out Unrestricted's base. How much food has he got left? Should still have a decent amount, like 4K still. These fire galleys just sadly never really going to do anything. But yeah, we'll have a look. See if the axes can do anything here. 34 legionaries. Wait. No. Legionaries slightly too more technologically advanced than axes and villagers, sadly, when it comes to fighting. Oh, singular scythe chariot from Unrestricted. Does get a villager kill. And it's dead. Rip scythe chariot. And yeah, Unrestricted just has no resources left. So I imagine he'll be tapping out pretty soon. Chin's with 1 villager, I mean KT I should say, and 3 scouts. 3 scouts. Some good micro from KT to dodge the trireme. Oh my god. How unnecessary is this? Oh man. What a video game. And he's going to make it out. Don't know where these are going, but he's made it. Straight into the fire galleys, that would be good. And oh, Chin's going with the villager push. Yeah, the Catapult Juggernauts. Let's have engineering in. They don't actually have that much range. I thought the Juggernauts had way more range than that. I thought they were more similar to the Cannon Galleon and Elite Cannon Galleon in AOE2, which I think the Elite Cannon Galleon has a base range of 14, if I'm not mistaken. This kind of looks really weird with the elevation from the triremes here. I feel like the other guys should probably tap out. I don't understand why Bongo's score is so incredibly high. Maybe he's just got the most resources collected. He might... Let's have a look. No, Unrestrict has way more. In fact, Chin's has more as well. Military. 1,400 kills. I guess that's what's doing it. And it's just the number of kills he has and the number of buildings he's destroyed actually as well. And I feel like this game is just over now. There's nothing that can do any damage to these elephants left on the field. I don't know why the elephant's just chilling. Chins is just kind of taking his time. Scout doing work. It's actually going to chase bongos instead. Oh dear me. Wait, Katie has one villager left. Oh, it's trade. Is that a trade cart? Does that include trade carts? I'm not 100% sure. This elephant's actually just going to kill it. Oh, was he just trying to hide it in the corner? Scout over here. Sadly, that elephant is not going to be able to keep up with the trade cart there. I mean, 6 priests, 35 legionaries, so maybe he could very slowly convert all of Chin's army. And Chin's is still on 1,100 gold. This is stupid. I mean, everyone's... I kind of feel like everyone should kind of call it quits here. I feel like Chin's... Where is Unrestricted's leftover stuff? 38 vills. I mean... I'm pretty sure at some point, even the market... Like, you can't keep selling food and buying wood. You just will eventually just run out of resources. You could go back and claim these farms here, though. That's number 2,000. I don't think he has any barracks left, though. Or stables. Yeah. It's only really the legionaries from Bongo that can do anything to Chin's at this point. Oh wait, how did Jesse get 2 triremes? I think he's converted those, hasn't he? Oh, he's going to convert an elephant. It's like that campaign mission where you start with the 1 priest and you got to convert some villagers at the start. Jesse's going for the campaign mode play. Just trying to see what's going on here. Jesse's still just like roaming around with the villagers. Still got wood. Yeah, I mean Chin's has got 8k wood in bank. There's just like... I almost feel like I should just message and just tell them that they got the 0 chance of doing anything here. Chin's is... I still got 900 stone as well. Oh my god. Just think, like, if Chin's didn't go Zealotry so early, he probably could have just absolutely annihilated the game early on. I feel like nobody took him seriously though, because he was just villager rushing people, so they just didn't attack him. Played the idiot card and it's worked in his favour. But Oh my god, he's selling his wood. That's a valuable commodity, my friend. Trying to get some more gold for purposes I'm not sure about. I'm actually surprised that no one was buying wood. I guess nobody had any gold, that's probably why. Elephants are in though. Where's Jesse at? Still just got a couple of villagers chilling. How many units? He's managed to get himself a juggernaut. Not bad. One priest in a dream for Jesse. And this is the final battle. I think this probably spells the end of the game. Bongo's literally on one wood. Yeah, I'm sort of struggling of things to say now. Because it's just like Chins has just won. There we go, Bongo taps out. I feel like the other players should tap out at this point. I always had money for a wonder. I mean, he's got the... Wait, has he just mined that stone or did he buy that stone? There's no way he mined that stone, right? He must have bought that. Maybe, I guess he was going for the ultimate... That'd be hilarious if he just like built a wonder in the middle of the map. He's not far off. Sell a bit more wood. So it's just selling food. Wonder in the middle of the map, Chins. Go. Is Jesse convert? Oh no! The priest! Clutch conversion. Wait, does Katie still have a stable? I feel like he was only on one scout for ages. I don't see it. Bongo resigned. And do we see the wonder go up? Oh, the resources have gone. Where has he built it? Where is the wonder? Oh, it's there. So it shows up the minimap. I would have liked to see it like right in the middle of the map, but up goes the wonder. I don't think it's actually going to be built in time because I think everyone's restricted taps out. Jesse taps out. Oh, whoa! This can be the moment. I mean, Chins did play this game very, very well. Definitely the MVP. I'm just gonna, I think, print screen this. Put it on the Discord. And GG's. Chins wins the second game and the little prize pot. I mean, the wood was just like... I mean, that was a pretty funny map, to be fair. The map wasn't really very balanced because... Excuse me, sorry. The map wasn't really very balanced because the players that had this sort of arrangement had extra stone and gold behind them. So, like, if I go all the way back to the start... you can see here there's extra stone and gold, but there isn't any for like the corner players. So there's extra stone and gold here as well. So like Bongo just like fully walled and just had like way more resources. Chins had more resources because he fought his way out. Like Chins basically just like completely dunked Deante really early in the game. Popeye sadly got a little bit double teamed by Unres and Chins. Yeah, well, like I said, your gold was literally just the gold you had. in your starting place, like you had 3,000 gold to work with. No, is that right? Yeah, 3,000 gold to work with. Because like Bongo just took his there, and then Chin's beat Popeye and took it here. Yeah, I mean, everyone's KD was pretty ridiculous by the end. And yeah, Jesse just like when he lost all of those triremes there, he just lost control of the wood in the middle. There was a point where I thought Jesse was gonna take it, but that because Chin's got zealotry like really early and just didn't have any military, but then nobody punished him, and he was just like sat on like 5k gold, and then yeah, you can see he's building a wonder at the end here. Yeah, Chin's just had like infinite resources. Like Chin's got all the wood in here, and then I think Chin's probably took like maybe nearly half of the wood. Maybe not half, maybe like a third of the wood himself between 8 players in the middle, because he just got control with the water. I mean, Chin's literally knocked out Deante and Popeye really early into the game. Yeah, Chin's was like the most aggressive player in the early game. Other than Anakin actually went pretty aggressive onto KT pretty early on as well. I mean, Jesse, yeah, like when he lost all those triremes. Yeah, there was that point where... was that Jesse? Was that you that killed Jesse? Jesus. We were really just like hanging in there for the last hour. Yeah, I guess, yeah, he killed quite a lot of them here, didn't he? Jesse had like this blocked up for ages though. Finally let him out. I think maybe if he let those out, maybe he could have held that. Yeah, the map wasn't very balanced. It made it fun to watch, but it wasn't really a very balanced map. And also, I'm going to W in Bongo and KT. Check this out. KT and Bongo were just trading. Little sneaky boys in the corner here. And that was a funny game. Like Jesse got a pretty good bronze time and had some chariot archers out pretty early, but I feel like he was like trying not to be mean. I feel like he could have done like way more damage. Like pretty early on. Oh yeah, you had this wood patch here and restricted, and you just like couldn't see it until like right at the very end. Like you didn't find this like wood until like way later on. But yeah, like yeah, you can see Jesse has like 30 chariot archers here. But you kind of, I think he just, I don't know if he was playing safe or he just didn't want to like bully people out of the game. But like, I feel like Jesse probably could have just taken KT out pretty much at the start. Oh yeah, KT did get in on Bongo. I think. Did you just let him? Did you just get in through the gate? Like, I didn't even see how you even got in. I think this is actually after the fact. I think it's like way before this. Yeah, Bongo had like massive walls. He put this up like right at the start of the game. Like I said, he just had extra resources at the back with the extra stone and gold. And then he killed off Anakin and took... Anakin had some gold left over here. And I think Bongo took most of that as well. Like, I think if we go all the way to the end of the game, let's have a look at the resources collected. I mean, I don't know how that, like, for the last, like, 40 minutes of that game, Jesse were just on 7 villages running around. Like, you got that priest out, you got some good conversions at the end. Let me get the statistics. So, economy. So, yeah, Bongo, 12,000 gold from Bongo. And Chin's got, 11,000. Jesse got 9,000, to be fair. I think Jesse took the gold at the back of Diante's base, which is why he got a decent amount as well. Let's have a look. And then, you actually got the most wood unrestricted, but I guess you were just like putting so much of it into the scythe chariots. And later on, maybe the triremes just pretty good. Yeah, I'm actually a little bit surprised that unrestricted. I guess you got to the center of the map first, like pretty early on. Unrestricted had the main. That's not going to be far enough back. Like the last hour of this game was just like nonsense. But oh no, this is okay. Yeah, unrestricted and Chins were like the first to really get into the center, and Jesse sort of added in a little bit afterwards. So maybe just getting that early eco in there. Because I guess Unrestricted took most of this wood here, and then Chins basically took all of that wood there, and also Unrestricted had that patch of wood, and Chins had this one. I guess Jesse took this one, doing the long haul on the villagers there. But yeah, this is a really weird map. I think this map would have been, if there was like a little bit more gold and stone in the corners, this map would have been pretty cool to see again. But it's just, like, it was just a little bit unbalanced with where the resources were. Huge trade profits. I think he got like, let's have a look. What was the huge trade profit? I'll have a look at the stats now. I'm just going to jump back to the end of the game. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of that. I can't now. Go away. Okay, maybe it just shows it there. So, military, at the end of the day, I mean, Jesse still had the best KD. 1,040 kills to 544 deaths. But Bongo had the most kills. And Unrestricted had the most losses, which I guess isn't too surprising with the amount of scythe chariots he was pumping. Does this show? I don't know if it shows eco kills on this. I don't think I can get it up when it's a free for all. Bongo has had the most buildings raised, and CD ratio. What is the CD ratio? Conversion dissertations. All right, there we go. Infinite ratio because you didn't get any of your own units converted. Well, like Chin's, like I said, he knocks 2 people out really early, and then he got zealotry, and then just was like attacking Jesse. And I think because he'd gone zealotry, like nobody took him seriously and just left him alone. But then he was just like gathering all the resources on the map. Yeah, just like it was pretty funny. So yeah, army high, obviously 229 because Bongo had like about 100 and, well, a lot of, I guess, around this many legionaries. And then economy. So yeah, stone. Hunrez had the most stone. Only just more than Chins though, saying that. Bongo was pretty close as well. And food collected Chins by an absolute landslide. Well, maybe not an absolute landslide, but by a decent margin. But yeah, like that map was just crazy just because of like the water changed like the whole dynamic of the game. Which kind of meant like not being a civ that didn't have trireme was probably a pretty big issue. And I did like the addition of the Juggernaut at the end there from Chins. I was hoping like Jesse built some catapult triremes, but I don't think he managed to get much damage done with it. 30 towers. Yeah, well, yeah. You just like chew for it really quickly with Babylonian. Well, there just wasn't much stone on the map, was the thing. You just like mined it all really quickly and then it was gone. Yeah, there's there's the villas, man, there's pesky villagers. Alright, see you, Billy. Yeah, well, like I say, I think Ballista Tower isn't really even that good of an upgrade anymore. Like they nerfed the Ballista Tower, so it's like because it fires so much slower than Guard Tower, the actual DPS increase is like so small that it, like in a lot of cases I don't think it's actually worth it. It's basically just if you have stone available, you can go for it. But I think the DPS of the Ballista Tower is only like, I don't know, maybe like 15% more than the Guard Tower. I guess like if you're playing against units with high pierce armor, then that's more relevant. But like here against like the Chosen that don't get Iron Shield and Tower Shield, it's not as big of a deal. Did microships get? Yeah. Well, the other thing, Jesse, is like you didn't notice that you had like blocked off this like channel for ages, so you didn't get all your triremes engaged when you needed them really. I mean, I haven't eaten yet. I've been streaming for like 4 hours straight, but yeah, every now and again would be good. I need to go make myself. I think I've got some like instant noodles or something. I'll just go make some of those. But no, it was and then Chins. I was hoping Chins would put it like right in the middle of the map, but yeah, he managed to he had the resources left to make a wonder. And it was just in the mid game, he was just spamming villagers. So he's like, he didn't spend any of his resources. Yeah. Well, I was like thinking, oh no, it's going to go long again. But then like Deante went out really quickly. Like I said, Chin's just like tower rushed him and knocked him out. And then Popeye got knocked out by kind of unrestricted attacking on the front. And Popeye's base was kind of here, and then Chins took that out. And Katie and Anakin kind of kill each other. So I was like, oh man, this is going to be over really quickly. Also should have just held resources. I saved all my resources using... Yeah. I don't know, like I say, it was just a weird map, because like there weren't actually that many... Like the biggest resource was the wood in the center, which like meant that just controlling the middle was really, really important. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like part of you doesn't want to go all in aggressive because you don't want to like knock someone out really early, really. But then like at the same time, you don't want to just be sat there doing nothing. I mean, the first game was just crazy, just because like 7 of you like went in the same corner of the map, and Bowerslav just had like the rest of the map to himself. It was Powerslav. Powerslav was just like completely by himself, and like I feel like Powerslav. I don't know how he didn't just annihilate everyone. To be honest, I think what was his name? Was it Konzo? Was he the guy? I can't remember his name now. I think basically he was the only reason that like Powerslav didn't just destroy everyone. Tonzo, yes, that was it. Not Fonz. But yeah, he managed to get Iron Age pretty quickly and get like some heavy cavalry out, and that like slowed Powerslav down a lot. Yeah, and then Powerslav went and attacked you instead for some reason. I guess you were just like the next nearest player at the time, so he just went for you instead. But yeah, Jesse was just like actually just dead about 15 minutes into the first game, and then managed to sneak away to that side of the map and just like got himself back in, managed to find enough gold to get up to Centurion. Yeah, that first game from Jesse was pretty ridiculous. Whereas, like, the only person that could have actually knocked Jesse out was Powerslav with his cav archers, but like Popeye was just fighting him loads, and Tonzo was fighting him loads. So like Powerslav just never found Jesse, because like by the time Jesse had about 60 Centurions, well, he had a Phalangite for ages, and he was fighting Tonzo in the corner. But then he dipped out, and after that, Jesse managed to get up to Centurion, and then like just nobody had any units to deal with the Centurion at that point. Like there was that bit where he was like in your base, unrestricted. You had like 80 scythe chariots, and you were just like pumping dozens afterwards. But then the Centurions just like chew them up and just eat them for the breakfast. Yeah, you rebuilt loads of times. I was like saying, should he just tap out here? But I guess you were just like, you were streaming your game, so I figured you were just playing on just because you were going to play in the next game anyway. So I guess you might as well have kept going on like you did. But yeah, I guess, like I said, I need to eat. Well, no, yeah, I get it's really hard to actually kill someone. But like a lot of people, like they just like tap out at that point. But yeah, Jesse like just managed to slip a few villagers away. Like he went to the middle of the map, and Powerslav found that. But then Jesse like went all the way to the edge of the map and just found a little pocket, and Powerslav like didn't find him until like way too late. But yes, annoyingly, I DC'd like about 2 hours 20 into the last game, and then it was just even on 8 times speed, I couldn't catch up to live again, so I didn't see the end of the first game, sadly. But we did see this one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you like started on this part of the map, and then you moved to like here, and then you moved to like here. And I think you tried to go back here again, but Tonzo had like some towers left, and they started killing your villagers, even though it was out of the game already. But anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there, because like I said, I'm pretty hungry. But thank you for all the people that joined in with this little for fun games, and that joined in with the stream as well. And like I said, we'll probably try and do this a few times now and again in the future. And my voice is just like completely ruined now, so hopefully I'll come back for that tomorrow. Yeah, we need to sort out who's casting what games for that tomorrow as well. So hopefully we'll get that sorted out. Like I said, I'm happy to cast like a couple of the series, but I don't know if I want to cast 4 series, but we'll see. Yeah, no worries, Jesse. Thanks for the entertaining games. So I guess, is anyone up to? Is KT online still? Just trying to find someone to raid. KT is still live. Looks like oh no, he's playing. So yeah, I'll go raid KT. It looks like he's still playing the game. And raid channel. KT and the AOE. I mean, they were crazy games. So yeah, hopefully, what would be kind of cool is if we could get like a couple of lobbies going at the same time. I wouldn't be able to stream both of them, but it would be like cool to just have a few players just playing. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to send you over to KT because he's still streaming. Looks like he's playing a 1v1 game at the moment. So go say hello to him. And I will probably see some of you guys tomorrow in the Citadel's games. So I'll probably catch you then. And I'll see you guys later.